Well, hello everybody. We're making another video trying to get ready for Creepy World. And today we got an interesting topic. On top of taking a look at Creepy World, it's new, fast, and affordable. And I just seen a rabbit. Yeah, it was definitely a rabbit. But look at this. This is our selfie museum. And we want to talk about fast and affordable. You know, you could build this out, you could theme this, it could take forever, or you could just do what we did here. We had Brainstorm Studios do this, and look how beautiful it looks. Now, you know, this is the third time that I've tried to make this video, because it's so damn hot out here, it keeps shutting off my camera. You see here, all these signs, promoting different things, from liking us on TikTok, liking us on Instagram. Now, let me show you another thing. First off, I have my iPad here. I have it for a reason. Because I'm here at Creepy World on a Sunday at 8 o'clock at night. And you know what I'm doing? I'm making lists. And we're going to talk about trying to get your haunted house ready for the haunted house season. But check this out. I want to show you something. Look at this. Look at my Instagram page. Let's see. Can you see that? We're up to, whoops. We're up to 49,300 Instagram followers. And look at the views we're getting on our videos. I just posted this one, the first one. That's about Creepy World, and that's up to 5,000. The next one's 30, 22,000, 20,000, 7.7 million, 73,000, 40,000, 37,000, 52,000, 48, 47, 47, 35, 52, 123,000, 44,000, 29,000, 36,000, 33,000, 50,000, and we just go down just a little further and you're going to see 839,000. You're also going to see one right here that's at 475,000 and another one that's at 7.7 million. And then check this one out. This is an oldie but a goodie. This one right here. See that? That's one I took of our booth at Transworld many years ago. It's the Unit 70 Krampus. That video got 3.5 million views. That's right. And I'm not making the video to brag about the fact that we now have the, as far as I know, the third most popular Instagram page for a haunted house in the industry. But by the end of next week, I'll be the second. I'm going to pass up the person who's in second place. I don't have any fake Instagram followers. They're all organically gained. And our Instagram page has to be the most poppin' in the industry. And I'm not saying this because I'm Ric Flair, woo! Even though I did fly back to St. Louis on a private plane, I was wearing, I arrived here with a limo, and I'm wearing this Versace, see that? Versace shirt. And yesterday I was wearing Versace shoes. Okay, it's because I'm Ric Flair. I probably always have been Ric Flair in the haunted house industry, honestly. Anyway, the reason why I'm saying all this is not because I'm Ric Flair, and no, I didn't show up in a private plane, and no, I didn't show up in a limo. But I am wearing a Versace shirt. How's it look? What do you think? Huh? You like? But anyway, I'm not trying to brag. What I'm trying to say is follow our Instagram page so you can see what we're doing to engage with our customers. That's what we're trying to do, okay? We have spent all spring, all summer, and we're going to continue to engage with our customers on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, which now we've hit 1 million followers. And yes, I know they're not all from St. Louis, okay? I can't help who subscribes. But we are at 1 million, which is probably the most of any haunted house in the entire haunted house industry, is my assumption, okay? But it does not matter how many followers you have. It's about what kind of interaction you're getting. So I have a video on Instagram right now with 1,100 comments. What we are trying to do, and then this is a lot of work, let me tell you. What we are trying to do is we are trying to lower our marketing costs. And we're doing that by engaging with our customers all summer, every day, making content, providing content, not producing fake content, goofy content, but producing content that people are engaging with. And if you want to know how we're doing it, then follow us on Instagram at Scarefest. Follow us on TikTok at Darkness Haunted House, okay? And you'll see the kind of content we're creating. You can also find us on YouTube, Scariest Haunted House. Most people abandon their YouTube until the following October. We're the same way. And you kind of lose any momentum. And so, you know, we've already started posting on our YouTube page. We've already started it. So there's only so much one person can do, let me tell you. It is a lot of work, but we're going to see if it pays off. Because my plan is to cut the amount of money we're spending on marketing by a lot, okay? By a lot. So I'm not bragging. What I'm trying to do is encourage you that during the summer, while you're spending all of this time working on your haunted house and trying to get everything looking, you know, gory and scary, that you should be making content. And your content is just sitting right in front of you inside your haunted house or while working on your haunted house. Again, follow us on Instagram at Scarefest and just see what we're doing. And hopefully we've found a model that works. And we open Friday the 13th, the Darkness does. And I'm going to be interested to see if the attendance goes up, because people are excited. Hey, we've seen this stuff all spring, all summer, and we're not just relaunching before we open. We've been engaged the whole time, and it's paying off because we're getting a lot of followers, okay? Now, before we go into today's second part of advice, I wanted to mention that we are editing 3 behind the screens tours of haunted houses, and next week I'm filming hopefully 3 more plus a tour through Distortion's factory while doing all the other stuff that I'm doing, okay? So this is actually kind of part 9 of Creepy World's fast and affordable haunted house. We're going to walk through, we're going to take a look and see what it looks like, and we're going to see what we've changed and what's left to do, and then I'm going to give you some great information, okay, on how to get your haunted house looking great. Now, I can tell you that I've learned a lot, and I mean a lot, from running haunt tours, okay? And that has really helped me become a better haunter, from kind of striking out with the haunted house industry the first year or maybe 2. You learn a lot. You learn that, you know, how to get ready in a short period of time. And I want to mention, because this is related to the video that we're making today, I have talked to haunters who recently opened for MHC, haunters who recently opened for the Eastern Haunt Convention, because they've reached out to me and they said, Larry, how in the hell do you make money doing these haunt tours? Because we've lost a fortune. And I'm like, yes. And you probably also lost some brain cells, and you also probably lost at least a half a year to 2 years of your life because you're so stressed out trying to get open. And you know what's really crazy is that you guys have an extra 2 to 3 months over when we try to do a haunt tour. Plus, you're not dealing with snow, sleeting, rain, can't come to work. You're not dealing with the Super Bowl. You're not dealing with New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. You're not dealing with Christmas. You're not dealing with Thanksgiving. Okay? And you're trying to get all of this stuff done by sometime in February. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And now some of these people know exactly what I know, that it's not easy. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Some of the things that I've learned to get the haunted house open on time. And again, I learned that from doing a lot of haunt tours because we have a very limited amount of time to do it. And I'm going to be doing a video on, do haunt tours make money? Well, I can tell you right now, it's absolutely no. And does Larry Kirshner care if Transworld moves to another city so I can't get filthy rich doing haunt tours? Absolutely not. I will actually be more rich. I'll have more Lamborghinis, more yachts, more Challengers, more everything if I didn't do haunt tours. Believe it or not, it's just the truth. Because when you do a haunt tour for people, you tend to go over the top. You tend to stress yourself out. You tend to do things you wouldn't have done otherwise because of who you're opening for. I can tell you that when you open for regular customers, like say in St. Louis or Cleveland or wherever you're located, your typical customer is walking through your haunted house very, very quickly. They hardly notice all the effort, all the scenes that you built, okay? And it's more, you're doing it more for yourself. You're doing it more for the photo ops you can take with it, the pictures you can put, the videos you can make, the content you can make, okay? Because most of your customers, some of them have their literally head in their hands or head in the back of the person in front of them. Like, we all know this. So when you're doing haunt tours for your peers, I can tell you they don't really care about getting scared. They care more about like seeing the scenes, seeing the props, seeing the cool stuff. And you know what people care about on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube? They care about seeing cool stuff. Look, I'm just telling you what the facts are, okay? So now, and we're gonna do a video about that. But anyway, so what's left to do here at the Creepy World Monster Mansion? We have to get rid of this facade. That's number one. We got to get rid of this thing. Okay? This has got to go. And it is going to go. Because there's a new facade being built. We've hooked up almost all of the animatronics. Now I got to hold 2 lights to go through here because it's rather dark. And there's no lights installed whatsoever. Okay? And we're going to show you some of the things that we've done since the last video. You see we've hung these heads, and we've hung them everywhere, okay? You also see this executioner, and he's got a head in his hand, okay? And then you'll see this skeleton warrior, was not here before, and it's getting kind of dark, so hopefully you're going to be able to see with 2 lights on. And then you can see an animation here and an animation here. And by the way, this is a haunt where I think we could add a lot more props. And there's another knight right there. Now what's left to do in here is we need to add blood, sound, and lighting and finish hooking up the animations. But most of them are already hooked up. And look at these beautiful props. You can never have enough props. And you know, the beautiful thing about this video, if you watch every part of the Creepy World Monster Mansion, is this whole haunted house is built out of vacuum form, 1x3s, coffins, and crates. That's it. Okay? Now you see this, when we made the last video, he had a big platform. We cut it off because they're dangerous and you can cut your feet on them. And then look at these props. Now this thing, it was just added. And that is really scary, to be honest with you. And look at this prop right here. Again, 2 coffins. 2 crates, a coffin. Keeps you off of that animation that pops out. Beautiful props everywhere, folks. Beautiful props. And this is the Banshee. Probably the most popular animation that was at Distortion's booth. And you can see it sitting right there. And And then look at how beautiful this is. You got a coffin, a crate, right? And you got to go around it. There's hanging heads. It's just absolutely beautiful. There's props in every coffin now. Let's keep moving. And then there's like a skeleton warrior there. More hanging heads that you got to push through. And as you saw earlier, we went through hanging vampire bodies. Look at that. You come right out and you see this thing. And then what do we got here? This is a perfect scene too to add an air cannon. Probably right there under this coffin where you can't see it. And because this animation is not scary, but it's kind of cool. And then that air cannon can blast you right there. And then we got more hanging heads, more hanging heads. And by the way, these are strips of heads. They're not just like one head, it's a whole strip. And then when you come out, there's another prop there. Another animation here. As you can see, this will pop up. Now, this coffin is gonna get mounted halfway up. So it keeps, when that animation jumps on this table, you will not actually, can't put your hand here. So let me show you, this coffin would get mounted like this, you see, up against this table. So now you can't put your hands here. So that hasn't been done, but it will be. And then you see this really badass vampire right here that we just bought, and you see he's stuffed in this coffin. And then when you get out here, now we don't need our light anymore. So let me turn it off. And so now you're starting to see these coffins, and you see we've added the camo net. And by the way, we also added camo net to the top of all of that. And now you walk through here, and you can see we've started painting it, and it's nice and green and gory. And here's the things that are left to do. We need to put blood in all of these. I mean, because, you know, come on, these are vampires, werewolves, and whatnot. So we're going to add blood. We have to do sound lighting. We have to finish whatever few animations there are. And then the other thing is to get the facade up. And this whole thing will be done. And there you go. There's the finale animation. It'll pop up. And look at that. Look at all them coffins we built. Jeez. And then that's the start of another haunted house. So this fast and furious yet affordable haunted house was made out of nothing but coffins, crates, and props. And I think it turned out absolutely amazing. Is it how I would do it in the darkness? No. Okay, this is an outdoor haunt. It's a little bit different environment. But it turned out absolutely amazing. And once this facade is gone, and the lights are on, the animations are popping out, and we put fog in there, I mean, get out of here. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So there you have it. And we'll do another video once we get the sound, the lighting, and maybe the facade. But let me show you a little something here really quickly. Sorry, I got sweat rolling down into my eyeballs. Do you know what one of the things I've been doing here while sitting here talking to you fine people was I was doing this. I was making lists. So you see the word Creepy World, Monster Mansion, and look at the list. I made this list in about 30 minutes. That is the complete list to get Creepy World done. That's the complete list for Darkness. That's the complete list for Lemp. Okay? Now, I'm going to strongly advise you that you make these lists, you print them, and you post them. And then when people get them done, you cross them off, obviously. And you prioritize which ones to do first. And I'm going to give you a tip, and this is a good one. Do the easiest stuff first. Because guess what? About 80% of this list is easy. So guess what that does? It makes a list that's like 4 miles long 1 mile long. Mentally, it makes you believe that you've gotten somewhere and that you're really close to the finish line. Now, let's look at some of the things that we need to do. Okay. We need to remove that facade over there. We know that because we're putting a new one in. We have to finish the animation wires. Need to be secured because the animations are wired up, but the wires look really sloppy. The props aren't secured. Many of them aren't secured. We need to clean the side lot over there where people park. We need to repair the roof in Monster Mansion because I noticed it had a hole in it. And then we need to install flags in the parking lot. We need to put out the A-frames. We need to install the zombie archway. We need to cut all the weeds. We need to move the bad hay in the pumpkin patch. We need to finish the concrete pads. We need to put out all the props on the hayride. We need to move the hospital animations into trailer 3. It's a new animation we need to put into that maze. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. But see, then it gets into other things, okay? Like order a movie for Creepy World. Set up the gift store. Set up the ticket booth. Flag the upper parking lot. Check the Halloween barn. And then it's obviously check every single maze. Set up the gift store. I mean, this goes on and on and on. Fire retard every maze again. Sweep the mazes. It is a complete and utter list of everything that needs to be done. And I'm barely scratching the surface, as they would say. Build pedestals for the selfie museum. Hang the banners in the selfie museum. You name it. Fix these lights, okay, that are dangling everywhere. All of this stuff has to be done. But when you make a list for yourself, and you print them so everybody can see them, everybody can check them off on a daily basis, you know where you're at, how far you got to go, and what you got to do. And sometimes if you're running a little behind or a little ahead, you can prioritize different things. So there you go. So I make these lists. They're very important. It keeps everybody on target, keeps everybody on track. So there you go. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. We got more videos coming, like really good ones for people who are wanting to be in the haunted house business or operating haunted houses. They're all coming. They're all coming very, very soon. So thanks for sticking with us today. And thanks for watching. The very few of you that watch the videos that I made of graveyards in California, because basically nobody watched it. I really don't care. I'm not trying to be a YouTuber. I just wanted to make a video because I was there. I love Bela Lugosi. I like visiting graveyards. I know the channel's dedicated to haunted attractions, and we're always going to make haunted attraction videos. But if I go to a graveyard and Bela Lugosi's buried there, I'm making a video out of it, guaranteed. And see, they got a fireworks stand over there. And this is one of our parking lots right here. See that? So anyway, with all that being said, you guys take care, and we'll see you very, very soon.